What's going on, everybody? This is the Bold North Sports Podcast. The Timberwolves season is officially over, and we're here to break it down, maybe grieve a little bit, maybe a little therapy session. If you want to grieve in the chat, we are here for you. I hope you are here for us, because this is very sad. I basically live, breathe, and what's the saying? Live, breathe, and die by this team. So I don't know what I'm going to do with my life now. It's kind of sad. That's true. The Twins playing, but they're no Timberwolves.
Oh, they lost today.
Wild playoffs. Oh my.
Yeah. Well, obviously this game was very disappointing. Not at all surprising what happened.
Probably the least surprising thing ever.
We'll talk about the game. Then we'll talk about the future of this team. Maybe some moves they need to make. If you have a question in the chat, send it. We will answer it. Borsty, I'm going to start with you. Overall thoughts on this game first.
D'Lo sucks. Ant is great. Offensive rebounds killed us again. And we can't hold a lead. And we didn't deserve to win.
We can't hold a lead because of the third thing you said.
Yeah, the rebounds. And D'Lo.
Well, he didn't play that much.
Bottom line is, you blow this many leads, you don't deserve to win a series. And that honestly makes me feel a little better. I'm
honestly, and I said it before we got on here, I am not as mad as I thought I would be. I'm just, I guess, sad. But I'm also hopeful because this team.
Oh, yeah. Same.
I mean, what you saw from Jaden McDaniels in the biggest game of his career. He's 21 years old. Anthony Edwards is 20 years old. He is my age, and that is absolutely stunning. And you asked if he's going to get the recognition. He is. I'm looking forward to hearing what these players say in their post-game press conferences, because I think that says a lot about a player after the season is over. So I hope they're positive. I don't know. Chuck, what are your thoughts?
More of the same. I was hoping maybe it'd be different, but we're just not ready this season. We're not ready yet, but I think we will be. Like you said, future with Ant, Jaden McDaniels, even McLaughlin tonight was unbelievable.
You can even name players like Nasri, Jalen Noel.
If you want to go as far as Greg Monroe.
Jared Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
These guys are all young as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll only get better with the experience.
Exactly. And so that's why right now all I'm thinking about, or I'm trying to think about, is that, first of all, before the season, which is, I hate when people do this, but I'm going to say it. Before the season, we would have taken this and ran with it. Second of all, you need playoff experience. No team in their first years of the playoffs goes on a run, really. I mean, maybe the Hawks, but that's an anomaly. It's not like they were going to win the championship. The Wolves were not going to win the championship. They were going to get smoked by the Warriors in the second round, even if they got there. Now, that would have been great experience, but I think they already got great experience in this series. It also tells you, and it tells the front office, it tells Chris Finch, and they knew what their weaknesses were this whole season, but this just emphasized it. That you need size. The Wolves were the smallest.
Which happens in the playoffs, which is why I was looking forward to it, because I was like, okay, if we do well, great. If we don't, then at least we'll know what moves we need to make for next season. And one of them, which I don't think anyone really expected, was, okay, we may have to look for options for D'Lo.
Yeah.
We were talking about this, but yeah.
And believe it or not, this roster has been absolutely botched. I can't think of the right word right now. This whole entire year. I mean, they basically don't have a power forward. Jared Vanderbilt is not going to be your long-term starting power forward. And the Wolves are the smallest team in the NBA. Literally the smallest team. The Grizzlies are the best offensive rebounding team in the NBA. So should this surprise you? Not really. I mean, it literally happened every single game. And I'm not sure Grizzlies don't do it all game, why they just do it in the fourth quarter. But Yeah. Let's talk about D'Angelo Russell. I think the way Jordan McLaughlin the way Jordan McLaughlin played tonight, and Jeff Van Gundy absolutely loves Jordan McLaughlin. I've never seen somebody talk so highly of a player, and he was talking to Jordan McLaughlin. But I don't think D'Lo matches up great, and I don't know this is a scapegoat to defend D'Angelo Russell, but
Please don't.
he had Dylan Brooks covering him the whole series, and Dylan Brooks is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. He also guarded Anthony Edwards, but majority of the time he was on D'Lo. But again, the way J-Mac was playing, getting guys open, it made D'Lo look awful, and D'Lo was awful. But
Who was guarding McLaughlin most of the game?
he
was
know.
atrocious.
J-Mac is a good player. He's going to be the backup point guard next year.
Yeah, fine.
He is.
I like that.
But who's going to be our starting point guard?
Pat Bev.
Oh, well.
No,
Okay, who's our starting two?
Just no. Put Ant at the 2. Ant is a 2. Ant's a
All right,
power
so we're
two.
going to get
We're
another.
gonna get a small forward, or maybe
gonna
even put
find a wing.
McDaniels. No, hold on. Put McDaniels at the starting 3. I don't know, and then just get another huge guy, get a center, and then just put Cat at the 4. I was talking to Tom Fisher about that, and he said he would just put Cat at the 4 and then just get like a traditional center, just eats the boards. And I'd be totally on board with that. McDaniels at the 3, Ant at the 2, and Pat Bev at the 1. I mean, whatever. And then have.
I think at some point you're going to want to.
Ant is a 2 guard.
You're going to want Patrick Beverly off the bench. At some point, you're going to have Patrick Beverly off the bench.
All right.
So
fine. Just put Ant at the 2, and then put McDaniels at the 3.
Okay. And who's starting point guard? Who's the starting point guard?
Greg Monroe.
I said Pat Bev, but I mean we can explore something else.
Yeah, I mean the Wolves have the 19th pick, I believe, in this draft. So we'll see where they go with that.
That's not going to be the. It's going to have to be through a trade.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely going to be from a trade.
Yeah.
Well, or signing somebody, but
I mean, why don't we do this? Why don't we just trade D'Lo for like a center, like a big, we just trade D'Lo for a big, and then just do the lineup that I just said.
If we could find a way to plug a couple starters in and have our bench be Beverly, Jared Vanderbilt, Jordan McLaughlin, Naz Reid, I guess. I mean, you need another big. You just need Naz Reid cannot be your backup center. He is not big enough to defend a lot of centers.
This is what Dane Moore said back in.
This has been a well-known thing.
We interviewed him.
This has been a well-known thing all year. Naz Reid is not.
And Gupta, he did nothing at the deadline. He did nothing.
Golf Buddy wants to package D'Lo and Cat. Think about the haul you could get for that.
Yeah.
People don't like Cat.
That would be a trade you make if you're freaking like tanking.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because there's never trades where you get like 3 amazing players for 2 amazing players or something like that. It's always like 2 amazing players for
like what the Celtics did with KG and Pierce.
Yeah, you just get a bunch of picks or picks.
And we're not doing that.
Yeah. So
I want Cat to stay on the team. I don't know about you guys.
Listen, this is what I'll say. Here, let me take this. Yes, but Ant has to now take the number 1 guy role. And if Cat's okay with accepting that, or even if it's not like a said thing, like Ant, you're going to be the number 1 guy, it needs to just be something that just kind of happens.
I think
I agree with Talk. I think it's slowly already happening.
Okay, well, good.
Because everyone knows that Ant's like a lot of times the number 1 scoring option.
I didn't say that. I didn't
keep Towns, and that's fine, and build around those 2, but mostly build around Ant. And if he's willing to accept it, then fine, good. Trade D'Lo.
I'm going to answer this guy real quick. We did do that, but I also preface this by saying before on the beginning of that episode that
was reckless.
First of all, it was reckless. Second of all, I said I don't think this is happening. We just did it because Cat was atrocious. So I still don't think Cat's getting traded. And honestly, I wouldn't, but we were just exploring options because it was kind of fun. That was basically the
very
reason
fun.
we did that.
Very fun. Fun podcast.
what was I going to say? I don't remember. Let's see. Jon Snow says this. Well, I'd say
That's a good take.
yes,
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
you know who else won the series for them? Brandon Clark. I
Yeah,
mean, that
those
guy
two.
was
Those two.
ridiculous.
And John Morant, though.
Nah,
John
no.
Morant, he couldn't score,
No.
but man, he almost had a
No.
triple-double like the
No.
last 2 games.
He is overrated. He is an overrated ball player, and
he's overrated, but
by age 26, he's gonna fizzle.
no, I agree with you. But
Yeah.
just because he didn't score doesn't mean he didn't do anything. He was grabbing boards.
No, he did other things, and that's what a good player does. But he's not a superstar. I watched this whole
No,
series.
but neither is Desmond Bane or Brandon Clark. I'm just saying that it's not like he was like not present the whole series. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people think that because he shot like 4 for 15.
Nobody said he wasn't present the whole series. It's just like if he is
was.
as good as people talk about him,
He's not.
a freaking superstar.
He's not.
No.
I actually don't even think it's close. I think he's like a fringe third-team All-NBA guy.
Well, I mean, he did average like 27 points, but I'm just saying in a playoff series,
I have no idea how.
In a
He
playoff
did a
series,
good job defending him.
Yeah.
I'm really looking
That
forward
left
to
the other guys
Warriors.
open, and they can shoot. I mean, Grizzlies
listen,
are just
this
a
might
good
be a hot
team.
take. I'd rather have Darius Garland on my team than John Morant.
That is a extremely hot take.
That is burning.
Well, listen, if I had – I don't care. I like Garland.
Okay, well, that is extremely hot. I mean, Ja can do more than just what he.
What about when Ja gets?
I'm gonna look at the
he's only playing 40 games a year, starting in 2 years. What about when?
I'm not saying that's not true. I'm talking about right now.
It's already happening. He only played like 55 games this year.
This started off by talking about this series, and so I'm basing it off this series right now. And the Wolves were the best team in the NBA this year at guarding John Morant. He struggled more against the Wolves in the regular season than any other team. The Wolves have a bunch of length, and they just somehow know how to guard him. I think the Warriors will watch a bunch of tape and see how the Wolves guarded him. But
they'll bottle him up.
Yeah, they will.
He's not a playoff player. I mean, his team won it for him. His team won it for him.
Well, he was phenomenal in the last game, but he also got to the free throw line a lot. Once Anthony Edwards starts getting the calls that Ja gets.
Oh, my gosh. And listen, once he starts refining the little areas in his game, like the finishing, the floaters, oh, my God. It's insane.
I'm not going to go this far yet because Desmond Bane gets a lot of open threes off of John Morant.
Well, he's automatic.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. because
what I would
it wasn't like he didn't score well this year.
I don't disagree. And John Morant is really good. He is, but he's not superstar. He is not a superstar. There's a difference. Cat's really good.
Really
he's
good.
Not a superstar.
I think he's good.
He's really good.
He's fast.
I mean, his team had the second best record in the NBA. He was the best player on that team.
He was out for
they
like
cooked without him, though,
games.
To be honest, they did cook.
They cooked with him too.
Tuck, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking about like if Ja was like injured today, I would actually be more worried about playing this game.
No, I wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't either.
I would not, because he does facilitate a lot of their open shots, especially in the fourth quarter. Like, he may not score a lot in the fourth, although he did last game. He gets a lot of open shots. He got a huge offensive rebound. His defense is absolutely miserable. The Wolves exploited that a lot of the time.
I thought Edwards did a good job of guarding him tonight.
Yeah. Damn. I'm sad the season is over. But I am so looking forward to next season. They are going to be
as long as they do the right things this offseason.
Yeah. I don't see them making a ton of moves.
Why not?
They don't need to. They have so many young, promising players.
Yeah, not trade them, meaning get rid of D'Lo and get some other big.
That is one move.
No, that's 2 moves or 3.
Well, that could be okay. I'm saying you might add a player, but I'm not. I'm just saying you're not making a ton of moves. 2 moves is not a lot. Bigs,
maybe even explore a trade for Beasley to get a better player than him. And I don't know. I would definitely do that.
I think Malik off the bench is a good player. He is off the bench. He is. He can be an X factor.
Solid.
Every team needs. I mean, Malik Beasley in the second half of the year was the best 3-point shooter. It made the most in the whole NBA.
Yeah.
He's not bad off the bench. He's not a starter.
No,
off the bench. He's good.
I want McDaniels to start at the 3 next year.
All right, let's answer some questions here. I think this is Gunner. Thoughts on next year? Will we go further? What is necessary for a big push in the playoffs this coming season?
Yes.
Like we've mentioned, we need to add a big. Whether it's a power forward or a center, this team needs a big to get bigger. They were one of the worst defensive rebounding teams all year, and it was exploited in this playoff series. So they need to do that. They need to explore a D'Angelo Russell trade, see what they can get off of that. If they can't, that's okay. No, you're not paying him the max.
No, you got to get something for him. His contract's expiring. I mean, obviously, don't re-sign him, but you got to.
Yeah, I agree. But maybe what if he? Okay, would you do this? What if he said, "I'll sign a $15 million deal"?
He's not going to do it.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
Yeah, I would do it, and then I would trade him because that would be attractive to another team.
No, I'd have him as a $15 million player.
I wouldn't.
You would have $15 million extra dollars then to spend somewhere else.
Okay. Plus, I wouldn't do it. I would sign him to it, then I'd trade him.
Do you think the protesters towards the Wolves? Well, the Wolves were 3-0 in the postseason, including the Clippers game.
I think so.
In protesters, 0-5 in games they did
show
not.
Up tonight. They didn't do it. I was disappointed, but hopefully next year they'll have a better performance.
Direct Action Everywhere did not play its part. That's their like little protest company.
We need to have a post-game interview with them, just them.
What does this mean?
Who is that?
I hope this is a joke.
Came back to China.
This makes a little bit of sense.
Losing.
This makes no sense.
Blizzard Drain's got some hot takes here.
D'Angelo Russell passing the fourth, getting cute.
He was getting cute, man.
Yeah, he did.
Cute.
I don't think he only played like 3 minutes. He only played like 2 or 3 minutes, though.
Dude, I thought Finch was going to leave him out there, too. I'm happy he didn't. That's good coaching.
Yeah. But J-Mac to China, I'm not sure what he's thinking there.
No. Backup guard.
Let's see. Are you happy as Chris Finch being the head coach for the future? Because there is actually a lot of people that are disappointed in Chris Finch for the way this team has blown leads.
Say we had Eric Spoelstra as our coach, or no, Lewis.
I said, okay.
Say we had like Mike Budenholzer as our coach, the Bucks coach. Say we had him. Do you think we would have won the series?
I said the other day that if Spoelstra was the coach, we would have won the series. I take that back. This offense or this roster had nowhere near the size to combat it.
But the thing about that is Finch will get better. I mean, experience. This helped him too.
No, he wasn't perfect, but he definitely was not the reason we lost.
Chuck, you have to answer this.
Did D'Lo turnovers cost us this game? No. I think it was part of it, but J-Mac played enough to the point where I don't think it was necessarily turnovers. I just think that it was, like Tuck said, it was size. And it was another classic fourth quarter where we let up 40 points and we couldn't hold on. But yeah, I mean, how many turnovers did D'Lo have in the fourth quarter? Like 2?
Well, he only played like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he had like one horrible pass to Cat.
Oh, that was miserable.
I had to like stop watching.
But you know what? He is a player that when he has confidence, he is really good, and when he is not, he is absolutely awful.
Yeah, I mean, he played so well in the play-in game. I was excited for him going into the playoffs, but
he must have had confidence one game out of the past 45.
Chuck, we got another question for you.
Hey, Freddie, what's going on, man? Chris Finch. I like Chris Finch. I think people are over-exaggerating the getting rid of him. He had a couple. Obviously, he didn't call a timeout in Game 3. I was there. That was horrible. But I just overall, I'm happy with Chris Finch as our long-term coach. So, I mean, we won 46 games this season, and a lot of that had to do with Chris Finch.
This guy absolutely hates J-Mac. What's wrong
Let's
with you?
see Shred, underrated player.
Who is this?
It's okay. First comment, I thought he was serious. Now I understand. But yeah. Keep sending in the comments. It gives us stuff to talk about because let's see. Oh, this isn't. I mean, that's Borsty.
That's a great question, actually.
No, it's not. It's Curry. It's not close.
Stephen Curry is the best damn shooter of all time.
But Edwards, sky's the limit if he can just continue with everything.
I agree. At the moment, definitely Curry, but Edwards is.
Edwards will never become the shooter Curry. No one will ever become the shooter Curry is. But Edwards, the jump shot has really good potential. It's really good.
I don't think. Hold on. Before I say my AK-47 better than Cat. Nah. I don't think this previous games in the series were lost partly because of the offense stagnating. I don't think that was an issue, and that's because J-Mac played. Honestly, I think the only reason they got back in this game, and I'd love to see the stat. I haven't looked it up, these second chance points in the fourth quarter, but it had to be absolutely obnoxiously high.
I mean, we let up 40 points in the fourth after letting up 37 in game 3, 37, I think, again in game 5.
It's just
we just didn't learn our lesson. It's either we didn't learn our lesson or we just can't compete with them. It's probably the second one, to be honest, because
I think this meant to say Borse, but let's see. Oh, maybe not.
Golf Buddy's got some hot takes tonight.
Wolves really bad. So many leads in the series they couldn't hold.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
the
story of the series.
That's the worst part about it. What is sets himself on fire in protest next year's playoffs?
Tuck, you want to know something? So, Tuck, when I was at game 3, we were up by 26, and I was like, you know what? It's not enough. We need to push this lead. I'm not comfortable with a 26-point lead. And I
got a Magic Johnson tweet to you. Or to tell you. Owner Alex Rodriguez and his Minnesota Timberwolves have a really bright future. They will be a championship contending team for years to come. I could not agree with Irvin.
It's the next 5 years.
Sorry, I could not agree more. I said I could not agree more. Let's see.
I think the next 5 years we make it to the finals.
I mean, last year the Grizzlies were
an 8th
lost
seed,
4-1 to the
and
Jazz.
they were a 9th seed. They got in through the play-in. They had to win 2 games in the play-in, and they ended up doing it. They beat the Warriors in game 2.
I disagree with this. I think they can definitely make it past the first round. Matter of fact, they could win a championship with Karl Anthony Towns. He just can't be the number one guy. And he was basically the number one guy.
Cat is a great player. I'm sorry that I even after this series, because he had that horrible game in game 3, then he came back and literally pretty much won us game 4. 33 points. How many clutch points did he have in the fourth? I love Cat.
What do you think about this question?
Do you think we are lacking white talent? We have Jake Layman, so.
I think we got a Grizzlies fan in here. He didn't like what we said. The Grizzlies have been building this for years. We're young, but we've been playing together for a few years now. Well, if you consider 3 a few, next year Anthony Edwards will be in his 3rd year. Cat's been around a while, but only 3 years with Anthony Edwards then. And then, we didn't have any freaking draft picks this year. So all of our players will be going into their 3rd year. So, it'll be a few. And I think the Wolves, people say the Wolves are a year behind the Grizzlies. They're not a year. They're, as Dane Moore said, 6 months behind the Grizzlies.
Yeah, not even.
There's a chance the Wolves could be the 2 seed next year like the Grizzlies were this year. And I really think that if Anthony Edwards takes a big step. No, they could.
No, I agree.
If they make the correct moves, they almost won 50 games this year.
No, I know. Just the West is all of a sudden going to be really good next year again.
Pelicans.
I hope so, though. I could see it.
What are you guys even saying? Did you watch the series? What did we say that was not factual or even close? If you want to chat and say what you disagree with, we will. I'm happy to talk about it. I'm just eating some string cheese here, coping.
Grizzlies getting swept by the Warriors or what?
No, I think it's a 4-2, maybe 4-1.
No, 5 games.
4-2, 4-1, one of those two. They will not be able to shoot with the Warriors. Besides Desmond Bane.
Good for Clay. He came around. He's back to where he was.
Damn, that would have been a fun series.
Cat is the biggest bum. Well, you can go watch our podcast where we thought of about 15 trades.
So this guy must be a Warriors fan?
I'm a Lakers fan.
Well, he said Grizzlies are getting swept, so I'm assuming he's a Warriors fan because, yeah.
Well, whoever you are.
I just said the Grizzlies are getting swept.
Our player in Anthony Edwards is a lot better than your player is going to be over the next, what?
Well, I think he's a Warriors fan. So.
Oh, well, we have a brighter future than you guys do. How about
that? Well, we got some more, and I'll get to D'Angelo's question. Is that D'Angelo Russell in here?
I appreciate you coming on. Mad One, I appreciate you coming on.
Gunner has a question for you, Borsty. I'm assuming this is Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner. I think Suns versus Celtics or Bucks. Whoever wins that series. Probably Celtics, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Suns Warriors is going to be a
this guy is a Wolves fan. He said both of these teams are so bad. In what way are they bad? Please explain to me. The Grizzlies aren't bad. They're just going to go into a buzzsaw.
Let's move on to a real question.
All right, D'Angelo, I think this is the Grizzlies fan. The Wolves are far behind the Grizzlies. The Wolves are good, but the mentality isn't there yet. Correct, isn't there yet. The Grizzlies experienced 1 year in the playoffs, and then they had a good year this year, and they showed they can come back. The Wolves, this experience was phenomenal. They will have another full year to prepare for the playoffs next year, and they will have a better roster next year. And so that's why I think. Jimmy Butler knew the truth.
No.
Bro, this isn't even the same team that Jimmy Butler. The roster is completely different except for one player. So I don't know what that means, but.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to think about that.
The Warriors are too small. Well, Warriors also have the Wolves, D'Angelo, legitimately could have easily won this series if they had a little bit of size and experience. The Warriors have 10 times the experience, and they will not blow a 26-point lead and 2 other separate double-digit leads going into the fourth quarter.
Can you believe that? Just let that sink in. We could have had this series if we knew how to play the last 12 minutes. Crazy to think about.
Dude, hey, listen. Us defending Towns, we are not Cat defenders by any means. Like, no.
I mean, Cat's good. I
kind of am. I am a Cat defender.
Look, I'm on the record in saying that we should. I mean, I don't really know if I believe this 100%, but I've explored let's trade Cat and build around Edwards. I still think we got to build around Edwards, but I'm not like some huge Cat defender.
The Grizzlies have 3 first-round picks. The Grizzlies will be a better roster next year. That's why I said the Wolves are far behind Memphis.
Not far behind.
I don't think so either. Anthony Edwards is better than Ja Morant. He will be at least.
Easily.
Cat is better.
He almost already is, and it's like
here, simple equation. The reason the Grizzlies were better this year and better in the playoffs was because of the depth they have. The Wolves can shore that up through free agency and trades. And I
duo trade.
Sure. Will we have wild pregame playoff shows for the playoffs?
I'm open to it. I don't know if Tuck is.
Well, I might sound like an idiot because I would have no clue what I'm talking about. But it's a possibility. Maybe. I will think about it. I like Pat Bev too.
Oh my gosh.
Pat Bev is awesome.
Look at D'Angelo's most recent comment. D'Angelo, we appreciate you coming on, but this not. Oh my!
No, I agree with part of this.
A liability more than he's going to help us?
No, that is absolutely wrong. But the part that he says he takes bad shots, that is correct. But that comes with experience, like everything does.
We'll get better.
And once he starts to get more foul calls, like Ja, he'll start driving more. There's a reason he takes a lot of threes because he gets no calls. Also, his floater game. Now, I know we love Ant. He airballed a freaking floater after 10 minutes before I texted you saying he is the worst floater player of all time.
We'll figure it out.
He then followed that by an airball. Let's see. Finch, number 2. Finch is a great coach.
It's unbelievable, though.
No
2
doubt.
playoff wins, already number 2 on the all-time list.
Here, I can look at this damn thing.
Oh, wait. If you had to pick Ant or Cat, Ant, 100%.
Ant.
Missed that comment.
Ant.
Ant.
Oh, yeah.
Ant's 100 out of 100.
When?
Hold on.
I would take Ant over,
I don't know what that means.
a lot of people.
I would take Ant over a lot of people that I feel like
Here are the people I would maybe think about it with. Luka, Jason Tatum, Giannis.
What is this guy doing
At
here?
the end of the list.
He's 20 years old, and you learn from mistakes. I'm sure Ja made some stupid mistakes last year in the playoffs. No? Thank you. This is true. D'Lo does take a lot of bad shots.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Well, I kind of feel like the thing is D'Lo could get away with it in the regular season. If that makes
Maybe we can't have both.
Hold on.
Are you talking about money-wise? We can't have both?
Yeah, he said, I'm super confused because we said we want Ant over Cat. Then he said Cat sucks then.
Oh.
Does Cat suck because we like Ant more than him?
No, we answered. We said we'd pick
You
Ant.
can't have both. It doesn't work.
All right, then we choose Ant. Can we just say that?
You're not allowed to have 2
you
good
can't
players
have
on your
both.
team.
It doesn't work.
The
According to
NBA
Matt,
actually takes him away from you. If Anthony Edwards becomes good, they're going to strip him.
No.
Cat
I think he was saying you have to choose one of them.
I think Gunnar is just trying to exploit or show that he has good basketball knowledge. Or that
Hey, he's right. He's right. That's a good take.
Yeah. Oh well, clutch on the boards. I don't know
it
about
sounds like a robot wrote that response.
He's definitely good vision, but he
has
doesn't
good vision while he's out.
When playoff series wins, what are you talking about? Answer the damn question. Can you explain that? What do you mean? When wins?
I do make stupid mistakes. That is true.
Who's Golf Buddy? Do you guys know?
Not exactly.
I think it's Jack Michael.
I can't remember.
Beauty.
Let's see. J-Mac, was he on the boards tonight? Hey, he had 5 boards. Gunnar is not wrong. Somebody's mad.
Mad one. Who else would it be?
Oh, man. All right, well. Anything, hold on. You guys talk for a little bit, or answer the chat. I'm going to read some comments from Anthony Edwards.
Give us a juicy question.
Me?
No, the chat.
What does when wins mean?
Mad one's going off on a tangent.
Anthony Edwards invited all of his teammates to Ant Camp this summer.
Oh, I like it. Leadership.
Ant Camp.
Clay Travis tweets, Memphis eliminates Minnesota. Is Minneapolis the most cursed city with an NFL, MLB, NHL, and NBA franchise in America? I think so. Not sure any other city is even close right now to past several decades of sports futility. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing good happens here.
Hey, man, we won in 91.
And 87.
Who has a bigger dump truck, Ant or Cat? Definitely Ant. I mean, just overall.
Coach Nielsen. Let's see what Coach Nielsen tweeted. D'Lo makes $30 million, and he has to sit down the stretch of an elimination game in favor of Jordan McLaughlin, who makes $2 million. That's a problem. Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
I did not know D'Lo was making 30 mil either. That's too much.
You didn't know that?
No.
Just looking through Twitter here. Cat, quote, if I'm being totally honest, ... What do you think he's gonna say?
Maybe something stupid.
If I'm being totally honest, I thank the Grizzlies for making us a better team.
Yeah, I honestly don't disagree with that.
Chris Finch said late game poor shot selection is, quote, baked in their DNA right now.
How about Cat's pull up from 3 from like almost?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing there.
And then, John Morant kind of evened it out by doing his own deep ass 3 and then bricked it. And then McDaniels came back and made it a 1-point game.
Look at this future.
I can't believe I'm so proud of Jaden McDaniels tonight.
Those two guys are the future of this team. Golly. Mike Breen on that. I enjoyed listening to Mike Breen on the call. He's a legend.
I don't know what's going on in the chat, but it's so funny.
Oh, D'Angelo is back.
Mad
Get y'all popcorn for Sunday. This was a great series to get us war ready for the rest of the playoffs. In my opinion, we needed this.
What?
It's just not going to happen for the Grizzlies this year. The
Sorry,
Grizzlies,
D'Angelo, I hate to break it to you, man.
the Grizzlies will be good again next year, and the more experience, I think they can make a run. But this year, I don't. I think the Warriors are just a buzzkill right now. They're feeling it.
Z Pole Music.
If you think the Wolves, were a tough matchup, which they were for the Grizzlies, there's no doubt. I mean, they got lucky in a lot of games. Then the Warriors are 10 times better than that. Thoughts on the final 150 seconds?
It's crazy how freaking good Jordan Poole has become. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
He's like another Splash Brother. I mean, and now Clay's, like I said, Clay's back to where he was, basically playing like his prime. Curry, still Curry. You know, he's getting over that injury, but
how the hell is this team ever winning with Cat? You can win with Cat on this team if he is your number 2.
Yep.
That's how you can win. So once Ant takes another step, which he will, because
Chuck, do you agree with me that there's nothing Cat is bad at? It's just he's not great at some things. Like, he's solid all around in every department.
He's not a great passer, and his decision-making is absolutely miserable.
He's bad at double teams.
His decision-making is awful.
I think his passing's good, though, for most of the season. Especially this season.
He makes one good pass per game.
Blizzard Drain says, go look at the teams that win finals in regards to the Cat thing. What do you think?
I think you can win with Cat, to be honest.
This team hasn't – we haven't seen a Wolves team where Cat is the clear second. We haven't. With depth, you can win with Karl Anthony Towns as your number 2.
Do people realize like how much he improved this season too?
Karl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-point shooting off the charts, just overall better defender. I think hopefully next season he'll be even better. But yeah, I mean, he dropped 60. He dropped over 35 many games. But yeah, as a number 2, I think.
Let's see. What is this? What is? Hold on. That didn't work. Oh, that wasn't it either. What is the real question about next year? Give me it. Poole won't be a factor to the Grizzlies. That was the Nuggets. They beat nobodies. Well, the Grizzlies barely beat the Wolves, and I'll say this for the 12th time, D'Angelo. The Wolves should have won the series. They should have. They blew a 26-point lead, a 25-point lead, and two other double-digit fourth-quarter leads.
I don't think we should have won this series.
No, we should have.
Dude, we're the ones that gave up all those leads. There's only the 26-point lead was ridiculous.
Well, the point is that the Warriors won't blow those. They just won't.
I don't think people realize how good the Warriors are right now. Like, they had some struggles throughout the season, but last series against Denver, they were going off.
Would you want him as your teammate?
They're just so good in the playoffs. All that experience.
But I want Cat as my teammate.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what he's like.
I think Cat off the floor is a good teammate.
Yeah, maybe.
I think Cat on the floor can be a good teammate. I've never heard a player besides Jimmy Butler say a bad word about Cat.
And he's had a lot of problems.
And Jimmy Butler has a problem with every player in the league.
Even his coach. He wants to fight his coach.
That's correct.
Jimmy Butler just has a problem with everything.
D'Angelo, are you standing? You are getting on my nerves. D'Angelo's getting on Bauer's nerves. I think this is true, obviously. I think he might need to see a mental specialist this offseason.
Sports psychologist.
Psychologist.
He's not perfect. That is for sure, Cat.
Yeah, but that's an easy fix. That's an easy fix.
That's one of his weaknesses. He complains too much. Absolutely. Next season, my hope is that he can work on that.
Wait, who's being hesitant? Is he talking to me?
I don't know. Mad One's on one right now.
He's been on one for a while.
Should have, could have, would have, but you didn't. The Warriors. The point of me saying that wasn't that it was about the Grizzlies. It was the fact that the Grizzlies aren't going to be able to come back from those type of leads against the Warriors. That was the point of what I said. All right. Cat needs to finish his career in the metaverse.
That's a good point.
Who the hell is Golf Buddy? What are we doing here? Hey, I invited Jon Snow on here. He didn't answer.
MIA.
So
he's got good takes though. He's got to come on.
What did he say?
He said Cat complains way too much.
Yeah. Well, I've said that before.
He does.
That's obvious though.
That's not even needed to be said. That is just way too much of a thing that we all know about. Game of Thrones. Well, he got to throw out the first pitch of the Twins game because of his name. Forsty, answer this question.
Which one?
Oh, God, hockey.
Hold on.
Should I get off camera for this one?
D'Angelo, why you got to leave us like this?
The Avalanche, I think, will make
D'Angelo's making us soak in the L's.
D'Angelo's about to get swept.
And I think the Florida Panthers or – I don't know. It's
Wild, bro. Just say the Wild.
Hold on. D'Angelo, real quick. This time next year, we will be having a much different story. I would love, because I think this could turn into a rivalry between the Warriors and Grizzlies, two young teams, two stars.
You said the Warriors and Grizzlies.
The only
time
the
Wolves and Grizzlies.
Only time they're ever going to beat us is this year.
I agree. I really do.
How about those Twinkies, though? 7 of 8?
Who's Blizzard Drain?
This is just a smart comment. I like.
Can I say? Wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything. The Twins are, they lost 6-1 today, and Bundy has let up 6 runs. No longer has a .6 ERA.
Oh my gosh, Bundy! That was the worst performance.
They got fucked.
It was like the worst first inning I've ever seen.
Is this an ode to the series a few years ago?
What?
Owen Keating saying F the Warriors, Raps in 6.
He's got a good point. I don't disagree, if I'm being honest. We'll just have to wait and see. But I
Talk to saw your TikToks. Very nice.
I haven't posted a damn TikTok in forever. Should I get that going again? Well, the Wolves season's over, so what the hell do I post on there?
Twins.
Just news? You think I'm pre-gaming every damn Twins game?
Hey, hey.
All right, guys. Today the Twins face the Orioles on a Tuesday night. It's Dylan Bundy.
It's game 135.
Dylan Bundy facing off against I can't even name an Orioles pitcher. But
hey, Tuck, should we trade Max Kepler? Is he garbage?
Kepler's hot right now.
He's hot. People don't talk about it. Carlos Correa's batting 1-something.
217, thank you.
He had a good game.
He is now? Okay, good. Above 200 finally. But isn't Kepler, he was batting like 260 last time I looked.
Yeah, he's had a last couple.
He obviously had the 2 home run game.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for Kep Sauce.
Kepsauce is batting 234 because he went 0 for 3 tonight. Gio Urshela is batting 304.
Did like shit.
Luis Arias is just
shout out.
Uncle Wes. You can call him Uncle Wes.
Uncle Wes.
Fun fact: my uncle's name is Wes Johnson, and my grandpa's name is Wes Johnson. So a lot of ties there.
Which one is the coach?
They're neither of them.
Your grandpa.
My grandpa is the pitching coach for the Twins.
Good for him.
Yeah, so now that the Wolves season's over, we'll be focusing because this podcast has been a very Wolves-centric podcast.
Oh my, that's like all it's been.
Well, I mean, it's playoff season.
Hop on for, to be honest.
It's playoff season.
I know a little bit about the Vikings, but
I think well, yeah, I guess now that the Vikings, once the draft is over, I'm not sure what we talk about with them. I guess honestly, it is, and we'll talk about the NBA in general, but
I don't know. What about the Wild? NHL?
I was just going to say the Wild may need to be talked about.
Yes. I mean, if you do it for the Wolves, you got it.
Will we get a lot of people in here if the Wild talk, or if we talk about the Wild?
I think so.
All right. Well, maybe it's a thing.
Tuck, you got to watch some film.
I'm going to go and watch Wild hockey film after this. All right. Well, we've been on here for 47 minutes. Anything else you guys want to talk about with the Wolves season?
Well, they did good for
Did you guys listen to Dave Benz or ESPN?
Yeah,
I was watching ESPN.
Gotcha.
They were talking a lot about J-Mac.
We got a new chatter in here. I don't know who Lucky Jackson is, but he said, LMAO, did y'all think the Wolves would win?
Fiji jersey retirement. I agree with that. They should retire his jersey.
It'll happen within the next few years.
Yeah.
You know what would be sick? And I'll answer that question. Well, do I think the Wolves would win the series? I didn't think so. But after
let me say this: we thought we had a better chance with the Grizzlies than
any other team,
than the Suns.
Any other team. The Wolves matched up good against them, besides the rebounding, and that is why they lost this year.
Yeah, I'm not saying I thought we would win.
Correct.
They are better in almost every other aspect, and it just what the hell did Golf Buddy? Will 76 finally get Northeastern? Oh my God, is this? I think I know who this is.
That sounds like an inside joke of some kind.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's on a burner account, so
I think 90% of the viewers are on a burner account.
But to answer this question, it's possible. I've only watched this girl play hockey one time. And you guys have no idea what I'm talking about right now. But she makes a lot of...
your sister plays there. I know.
No, you do not know who this is.
Oh, she must, suck. Whoever said it.
We'll end it there. I didn't even know what to say. I've seen that girl play hockey one time, and she was brutal. So
Yeah.
We do need a KG jersey retirement. All right. We're running on fumes now. It is the clock is ticking to midnight. The Vikings picked Andrew Booth and Ed Ingram today in the draft. Some big names. Tomorrow we will not be back. Sunday, I don't even know when we'll be back.
Not for a while.
I think I might do
a few years off.
I think I'm going to take a couple days off. I'm going to
let this. See you at training camp for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
No, I'm going to let this simmer down. My thoughts, I will be back on Monday. I don't know who I'll be joined with, if anybody. Maybe I try and get Dane Moore on here for a little Wolves season.
I think that'd be a great idea. I think we're trading D'Lo tomorrow, too.
Hopefully.
Rumor has it.
Another big thing in the offseason is whether Sachin Gupta is the president of basketball.
Let's give our predictions for that. Let's give our predictions. I
predict yes.
I don't think so. I think they're going to go a different direction.
Chuck, do you know who Sachin Gupta is?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well,
wasn't he at one of the Timberwolves games? Didn't we see him?
He's at every game.
Well, yeah. I mean,
he is the runner of
acting general manager.
Yeah. So, Chuck, I don't think you knew who that is. Let's be honest.
Oh, I knew.
All right. That'll do it for us tonight. Like the other night when the Wolves blew that lead, I said I'd probably go to bed and be depressed. That'll probably happen right now. But I appreciate everybody listening. I'll be back in a couple of days for I don't know what I'm going to talk about now that the season.
Why would we get rid of Gupta? Why did you ask that?
Well, because
God damn it.
It's just a thing. It's basically like an interim head coach. You just sort of go through a search. So I don't know if they're going to do a full search or they might just hire him. But he didn't do anything. So
well, he re-signed Pat Bev.
The reason I think they keep him is because he has a phenomenal relationship with Chris Finch, and A-Rod and Laurie really like him.
Okay, well then maybe.
Let's just get Rosas back.
I definitely know who this is. But we'll end it on that.
I think I know who it is too.
You do not know who he is.
Who is it?
Doesn't matter. He has a burner. He clearly wants to stay hidden. All right. I don't know how I've tried to end this 60 times now. Let's play some rock music on the way out. Everybody have a good night.
Wait, can we make a 2023 NBA bracket real quick? And then give an explanation for each of our picks.
No, but I'm going to try to think of some fun things we can do during this off season, whether it's
and predict the score of every game too.
All right, everybody have a good night. Go to sleep. The Wolves will be back next year, and they may win the NBA Finals. Peace out.